It's another week of Bona Fide or Bogus. I am Chris, and these are the 5 potential facts that we will be going through, trying to figure out if they are true or false. There are 2 crazy cats around here, so we'll see if they make an appearance. Otherwise, we're just going to be answering some trivia-ish. Let's do it. I don't know why it's week 44, I think, and I can't do intros. I don't know. Something wrong with me about how I can't introduce the show. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know the rule. You know how it goes. We have 5 potential facts. We're going to go through them all. I'm going to read them. I'm going to make a guess on if I think it's a fact or it's not, if it's bona fide or bogus. And then at the end of the show, we're going to go through all of them, reveal, we keep score, we try and figure out if we're good guessers or not. 72%, I think, is where I'm at right now. I'd like to get to 75. We'll see. Now we're at the point where every time that I do well or I don't do well, it's like 0.1% is all that changes. So it's a little tougher now. It's a little tougher. I should have been better in the beginning, and then I could be up to like 90% now, and then it only wavers a little bit. But we're at the back end of it. We're getting real close to the end. That stack of them is getting real small. So here we go. Let's see if we can't up our percentages this week. Potential fact number 1. Although China is almost the same size as the United States, it only has 5 time zones compared to the US, which has 6. I'm pretty sure the US only has 4 time zones. I don't know if you count Canada, or not Canada, why did Alaska and Hawaii. I don't know if they have different time zones to themselves. Like, I know there are 4 continental. I don't know. There's too much in that one that I think is wrong. Because if technically they were the same size as the United States, mainland United States, they would only need 4. But I guess it depends on where this. I don't know. I don't feel good about that being true. So we're going to say no. I'm going to say no. You can say whatever you want to. You might not trust me. I don't know. I don't know if I have a trustworthy face. I don't know. Potential fact number 2. A plan exists for dogs to replace ball boys and ball girls during Wimbledon tennis tournaments. That sounds like, if that is true, that sounds like a terrible plan, because the dogs will not bring them back. If they're anything like some of the dogs I've ever had when they go to play fetch, they don't bring them back. They just fetch them and they sit there. And so I don't know. I think Salem. There we go. We got a special guest appearance. This is Salem. You remember Salem. It's been a little bit since she's been on the show, but she's back. She's covering up our first guest. So it might take us a little bit to figure out. Nope, and she's gone. Too much affection. She doesn't like it. Too much affection. She's kicking the set. She's kicking the set. I don't even know how that looks now. I don't know. We'll see. Let's say no. Dogs, no. Tennis balls, it's a recipe for disaster. I don't know. Much like cats in a YouTube show. By Salem. Potential fact number 3. Franz Relt, an Austrian-born tailor, invented a jacket that was also a parachute. He tested his parachute suit in 1912 by jumping off the Eiffel Tower. I hope that's so true. When was the... Okay, here's the question. Here's that it completely ultimately comes down to, as Salem is about to jump back on here. Come here. You can come on. It's okay. Come here. When was the Eiffel Tower built? Here, maybe this will entice her. Hey. Here she comes. She's coming. When was the Eiffel Tower built? Was the Eiffel Tower built in 1912? Was it built in 1912, or was it built later? Was it built before that or after that? Because if it wasn't possible, then that would be false. I don't know. I'm going true. I think true. What better way? I also like the term parachute suit. So Makes me laugh. It rhymes. Potential fact number 4. The singer Lorde has an Instagram account called French Fries Worldwide, where she rates French fries. I don't know how if that's not true. I'm saying that's true. That has to be true, because if we don't have that, the world needs that. The world needs French Fries Worldwide. Now watch, that probably exists, but it's not Lorde, and that's gonna make me real sad. So I hope that's true. If so, I'm going to become a huge Lorde fan today. 5th and final potential fact, according to a project to compile a Scots thesaurus in Scotland, there are more than 400 words and expressions for snow. Growing up in Maine, I had more than 400 expressions for snow, and they were all very dirty, like bad words that my mom didn't like that I said. We're going to say that's true. Scotland people, the Scottish language is beautiful. I'll just say that out there. And that's coming from me, a very, very Irish person. So I believe I'm also part Scottish, though. So I feel like that kind of makes that okay for me to say. Yeah, I hated snow and all that came with it. So I had several words and expressions that were very negative about snow. So I will say that that's true. As a 4% Scots person, I will say that's true. I need to go and check my percentages and actually be able to say, with certainty, I am 4% this, 8% that, so that I can then comment on things like that safely. All right, I've got my guesses. Hopefully you've got yours. This is the point where I say subscribe and like, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode of trivia. And that way you can challenge your friends. You can play along. Let me know in the comments how you do as we answer. Here we go. Although China is almost the same size as the United States, it has only 5 time zones compared to the US, which has 6. I said that was bogus. Did not like that one. It is bogus. China has 1 time zone, Beijing Standard Time, established in 1949 by Chairman Mao Zedong in the name of national unity. What would happen if the United States had but 1 time zone, and things that happened in LA and things that happened in New York were technically at the same time? What would happen? That would be insanity. It would be the same time everywhere. That couldn't happen. All right, anyway. A plan exists for dogs to replace ball boys and ball girls during Wimbledon tennis tournaments. I said no. It is not. The plan failed after retrieving the tennis balls with great speed and agility, sometimes leaping over the net. The dogs refused to return the balls. That's what I said. And then they said, doggone it, which makes me laugh, honestly, a little bit. Doggone it. All right. 2 for 2 so far. I like where this is going. Come on, parachute suit. Franz Reichelt, an Austrian-born tailor, invented the jacket that was also a parachute. He tested his parachute suit in 1912 by jumping off the Eiffel Tower. I said, true, bona fide, fact. It is. He had a 5-second free fall to his death. So, parachute suit did not work. Isn't that a bummer? Did not work at all. All right. I hope this one is true. I hope so bad this is true. Keep the perfect game going. The singer Lorde has an Instagram account called French Fries Worldwide, where she rates French fries. I said true. Please be true. Please be true. It is not true. It is bogus. She has an account called Onion Rings Worldwide, not French fries. It's still okay, but onion rings, much more limited selection. Now I need this to bump up my average, because if I only get 60%. That's not going to help me. That's going to plummet me a little bit. According to a project to compile a Scots thesaurus in Scotland, there are more than 400 words and expressions for snow. I said fact, bona fide, true. It is. It is. They said great Scott. I think that's a little bit of a lazy pun. Play on words, whatever you want to call it. There you go, 4-1 this week for me. Let me know how you did, and make sure to tune back in next week where we'll have 5 more potential facts, up to 2 cats. I don't know. They just kind of do their own thing. And me, of course, where we will be sure to have, as we sniff out the truth, a bona fide good time.